There have been quite a few incidents in the Punjab, particularly, where there have been some killings of young men, young Sikh men. And this is actually, this is starting to form a bit of a concerning pattern. Are the Punjab police reverting back to tactics that they used in the 1980s, where, politically driven by the RSS and by the ruling elite of India, who saw the Sikh movement, and particularly the pro-Khalistan movement, as a threat, as an existential threat to their control and rule of India, they then used the law enforcement agencies, the police, and people like KPS Gill, the butcher of Punjab, who oversaw the Punjab police, using the local police as a mechanism to murder their political opponents. And we're now seeing that young Punjabi Sikh youths are being killed in these encounters that are now being dressed up as fake encounters. They're saying, oh, they were militants, they were terrorists, they used guns against us, so we were acting in self-defense, that's why we killed these young men. Yet these young men had no background in violence, they had no criminal background. They were from poor families who, of course, can't speak up, they can't challenge the police, they can't challenge the legal system to saying, look, this was just plain old cold-blooded murder. These were extrajudicial killings. The police know this. They know they can get away with this. So the big question, this is a very concerning question. There is a pattern starting to form here of young Sikh men are starting to be killed by the police in the Punjab. They are being blamed, the killings are being blamed on the fact that they were militants, they were Khalistanis, they were armed, they were dangerous young terrorists. That's why they were killed in self-defense by the police. Again, it's a really questionable legal premise of what's going on. Now, we've often reported how people like Amritpal Singh have been used and abused by the so-called legal system of India. They've been imprisoned under very questionable legal premises, under the National Security Act, the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, etc., that is a very low threshold to imprison somebody effectively forever. And that's what's happened to Amritpal Singh, amongst many others, by the BJP government, because they are seen as a political threat. Is this now cascading down to local police forces who are now starting to think, okay, it's now okay, we are getting endorsement from the Indian government to target the Sikh community, and if it's okay to imprison them, well, it's just another short step to reverting back to the 1980s under the premise of, look, these guys are terrorists, I think we are justified in killing them, in taking them out of the countryside and killing them and dressing it up as self-defense because they were terrorists after all. Are we sinking back into the bad old days of the 1980s? I don't know, but there is a pattern forming here.